This is one of the hardest P6 Prelim question that ever appeared in history. Watch this video if you want to learn how to solve this.
The figure below shows three triangles, A, B, and C, overlapping one another. The total area of B and C is 4/5 of A, so this means that B and C will take 4 and A will take 5. Given that 1/6 of A is shaded, this means that A takes the 6 and of which 1 is shaded. A is represented by 5 here and A is represented by 6 here. But essentially what A means is just the same triangle, which is here. Hence, we need to make our A the same. And to make 5 and 6 the same, we are going to make it to 30. We're going to multiply by 6 here and we're going to multiply by 5 here. That will give us 24 out of 30 and 5 out of 30. Next, from the question, we know that 1/5 of B is shaded. B takes up the 5, of which 1 of it is shaded. 1/3 of C is shaded, which means C takes up 3, of which 1 of it is shaded. Find the ratio of area A to B to C. Express your answer in the simplest form. Now, if you realize the fraction given here and the fraction given here, there's no repeated identity, we can link these two up together. Hence, I'm going to use units and parts to represent these two fractions. For my triangle B, I will classify it under 3 parts. First part shaded, second part unshaded, and the last one is my total. Now, from this question, we know that our shaded is 1. I'm going to assign this as unit. Our total is 5, so 5 units. 5 minus 1 unshaded will be 4 units. For triangle C, I will do the same thing. I will draw the table. And I will find out the shaded, the unshaded, and my total. Now, I'm going to use parts because B and C, they are different. Since I've used units here, I will use parts here. So over here, I know my total is 3 parts, of which 1 part is shaded. So 3 parts minus 1 part, we have unshaded is 2 parts. Now from here, to link up with whatever we have earlier on, I am going to look at the A shaded. Can you see that in your triangle, A that is shaded here and here is actually coming from your shaded part of triangle B and shaded part of triangle C? So it means the 5/30 here, which is represented by shaded of A over A, is actually equals to the shaded part of B and C, which is 1 unit and 1 part. Next thing that we realize is that triangle B and C, which is represented by 5 unit and 3 parts here, is actually 24 out of 30 of A. So we can write the second equation as 24 out of 30 of A is equals to my B, which is 5 units, and my C, which is made out of 3 parts. So from here, to be able to continue to find out more clues, I need to either make units the same or parts the same. In this instance, let's make units the same. So I will try to make 1 unit to become the same as 5 unit here. So to do so, I will actually multiply by 5. So over here, if I multiply by 5, 1 unit will become 5 unit, 1 part will become 5 part. Alright, so from here, what we're going to do is we are going to minus, the 2 equations right here and here. So when we take 25 out of 30 of A minus 24 out of 30 of A, we will actually get 1 out of 30 of A. When we take 5 unit minus with 5 unit, it will be gone. We take 5 parts minus 3 parts, we will get 2 parts. I'm going to make 1 out of 30A to become 5 out of 30A. 5 out of 30A, it means everything I'll multiply by 5. Alright, and that will give me 10 parts. Now, if I know 5 out of 30 of A, this is actually essentially my 10 parts. I will know that, 10 parts is equal to 1 unit plus 1 part. And if I take 10 parts minus 1 part, I will know that this 1 unit here, it must be my 9 part. Because only then 9 part plus 1 part will give me back the 10 part. Right? So from here, I can conclude that my 1 unit is actually equals to 10 parts minus 1 part, which is 9 parts. So once I know my 1 unit is equals to 9 parts, I can now try to find out my B, which is represented by my 5 units. I will go and find 5 units by taking 9 parts multiplied by 5. That will give me 45 parts. Now for my C, I know that it's just 3 parts. To be able to find out my A, try to get 30 out of 30 of A. And since I know that 1 out of 30 of A is 2 parts, then 30 out of 30 of A, it means I must multiply by 30. So I will take 30 multiplied by 2 parts, which is equals to 60 parts. Ratio of A to B to C. Now my A is represented by 60 parts, so I will write 60 here. My B is represented by 5 unit, which is actually 45 parts. I have to put everything in parts so that they can put inside the same ratio. And then my C is made up of just 3 parts, which I can put as 3 here. Now, my last step is just to simplify everything by dividing by 3. So, if I divide by 3 throughout, I get my answer of 20 is to 15 is to 1. And ta-da! This is my answer. 20 to 15 is to 1.